Hi YouTube, today we are going to discuss about 5 things that determines the speed of your computer. We have 5 things that determines the speed of your computer. Number one is the CPU, the chipsets, buses, RAM, and the HDD. So let's take them one by one and discuss about them. The CPU is a central processing unit called a central processor or main processor, or you can just call it as a processor. It's the electronic circuitry that executes instructions comprising the computer program. The CPU performs basic arithmetic, logic, controlling, and the input and output, which is I/O operations specified by the instruction in the program. A typical modem processor's speed ranges from 1.0 GHz to about 5.0 GHz. And there is one key factor in choosing your computer processor, which is the computer generation. Generations determines the speed of your processor. So I recommend you to go for a higher or newer generation processors than the older generation processors. So processor is the key uh, element in the computer that determines the speed of computer. Then there are 4 things that also go along with the CPU to help speed up your computer. Uh, the second one is the chipset. Chipset is a set of electronic components in one or more integrated circuits, known as a data flow management systems that manages the data flow between the processor, memory, and peripherals. It is usually found on the motherboard. Chipsets are usually designed to work with a specific family of microprocessors. These are the typical example of a motherboard. This is the CPU. This is the NOS bridge. This is the South bridge. This is the block diagram of processor and its component. This is the chipset, which contains NOS bridge and the South bridge. These are the component connected to the chipset. The PCIes, the SATA port, the USB port, other ports, audio port, and the Ethernet port. While the primary memory, the display, and some PCIes are connected directly to the processor. Then BUS is a communication system that transfers data between components inside a computer or between computers. These are the example. This is the CPU, the RAM, input and output devices. Information from the CPU will go to other component of the computer through bus. We have about 3 types of buses. We have control bus, address bus, and the data bus. Then RAM. RAM also is one of the key factor that also determines the speed of your computer. So RAM is the hardware in a computing device where the operating system, OS, applications, programs, and data in current use are kept so they can be quickly reached by device processor. RAM is the main memory in the computer. The higher the RAM, the higher the speed of your computer. Then HDD, hard disk drive, sometimes abbreviated as a hard drive, HD or HDD, is a non-volatile data storage device. It is usually installed internally in a computer, attached directly to the disk controller of the motherboard. These are the 2 types of hard drive. We have HDD and we have SSD. HDD use magnetic materials to store data, while SSD use electronic chip to store data. So this HDD has a moving part, while SSD does not have a moving part. So data in SSD are more faster than in HDD. So I recommend you to use SSD in order to increase the speed of your computer. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit the notification